Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome for the first time. This is my build for the High Class Trash Invitational. I know there's not much of a truck here right now, but I have been busy this week removing the rockers and removing some other bits and pieces from it so we could get to extending the door and the cab. So after the intro here, I'm just gonna do a quick little time lapse so you can see how we got to this point this week. And then what we're going to try and do is mount the door that we added 4 inches of length to. We're going to have to cut the roof and we're going to move the B pillar back. So with that being said, I'm going to keep the intro short, give you an update on how we got to this point, and then get right into putting the door on there. So leave a comment, maybe like, maybe subscribe. You know the deal on YouTube. So let's get after it. All right, so here's the deal for today. You can see we've got everything stripped out of there, and what we're going to do is we need to mount the door that we actually added 4 inches to. So coming over here, past all the pile of stuff, is the door that actually is now 4 inches longer. At the belt line there, it's 36 inches. Down there where it gets a little bit longer, I think it's at like 39-ish. Anyways, definitely made it a little bit wider, and the plan ultimately, of course, is because the cab was very small and people were smaller back then, we want to make this bigger because I'm 6'5" and I need to fit in there. So I'm pointing at the driver's side just because there's a little bit more room over here, but what I'm going to do is make a cut probably around there on the door frame and then remove the back part of the roof and the B pillar. I'm going to put the door on the hinges so that we can kind of open and close it, make sure that our gap on the front of the door and the top of the door lines up well, probably tack weld it there so that then we know where our B pillar should be, and then tack weld the door to the B pillar so that we're kind of in alignment, and then we'll take some of these braces out and weld it in the inside of the door. Right now it's right where the door would be sitting, so that's not going to work. But once the door's on there, we'll weld up the frame, the temporary frame, so that we can make sure the door opens and closes. And of course, I'm going to be doing this on the passenger side so that we can make all our mistakes over there. And then when I do the driver's side, it's going to work and look a lot better. So with that being said, I'm going to quit wasting time on the dialogue here. And I guess I should say monologue, as I'm the only one in the shop. And then we're going to, continue working. And obviously, we need to add the back half here for the crew cab that we're building. So anyways, that's that. I'm gonna get busy working here. All right, so I spent a couple minutes cleaning that up, went inside for dinner, came back outside, and I was contemplating a little bit. And I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cab and I'm going to move it back on my little frame here. For anybody who's new to the channel and hasn't watched before, I am a total novice at doing this. I'm not a mechanic by trade. I'm just doing this for fun for the build off. But I can look at something and see when it's going to tip over. So I've just got the front of the cab with some C-clamps on it, and then the back, I've got that little support welded in there, supporting the B-pillars back and forth across there. So I was contemplating just moving the whole thing back a little bit and then putting another support under the B-pillars there so that the thing just doesn't keel over on me while I'm cutting. So I think what I'm going to do here before I get after cutting the roof up there is I'm going to move it back a little bit. I'm going to clean up the bottom of the cab up front. I'm going to slide it back so the entire front of the cab is actually on this little frame. And then what I will be able to do is take this horizontal support here and move it down so it's resting on top of the frame, so at least I have a level resting point and reference point for the cab before I cut the roof off and try and slide those B-pillars back. At least that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do for now. If you have any suggestions on how I did it wrong, that'd be great to hear in the comments. But anyways, we're going to do a little bit of that before we actually do the cutting of the cab and moving it back. All right, well, here you go. A lot of busy work was done in the interim since the last little update. I put that support kind of diagonal so the whole thing wouldn't tip in when I was making those cuts there. I did make these two cuts, and I measured that with just a tape measure. That's 4 inches there. So we're moving the B-pillar back. I just got it loosely clamped down there, loosely clamped up here. So what I'm going to do is bring the door over and kind of see if it generally hangs on there. What I found also is that this little piece of metal on the outside of the body is somewhat tack welded to the B-pillar, but in places it's totally loose. That probably came off after 80 years. So I don't know if I'm going to take the whole thing off of there to clean it up, or if we're just going to like tack it in places. I don't know. That's a future me problem. But what I am going to do is maybe a couple tack welds here and a couple here to hold this gap open, so that we can just bring the door over, put it on the hinges there, and see how it closes, if it's even close to my measurement there, and then see if it fits into the striker fits in there, to see if we can kind of line this B-pillar up to give us our overall length on this side. And if it seems to be okay, then what I'll do is tighten that clamp, put a few more tacks there, and probably weld the door shut on this side so that when we get this door done over here, we can then, do the same kind of process over again. But for right now, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I mean, it doesn't look like much, I don't think, but I mean, that's a much larger door opening than it was there before, even though that doesn't look all that big. And then when we add our crew cab door on the back with the same kind of additional length, I think that's really going to make it super cool. So that's that for now. I'm going to grab the door and kind of struggle bus, see if I can get it in there. All right, well, to be super clear, if we were building a hot rod, this would be totally unacceptable. For building a rat rod, I think we're pretty dang close for the first attempt at me ever doing anything like this. So we are pretty close here on our gap here. Going all the way up, it gets a little tight there, and it's for sure tight here. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut these tacks. going to make a reference line there. I think we got to go, I don't know, let's call it maybe 1/4 of an inch back with the B-pillar. There's no actual latch on this side, but there's just the, it's just friction fit in there right now. So, I mean, it's holding itself in place. We have a crap ton more work to do, of course, but I think for tonight, all I want to do is get this door in an acceptable position. And then, as I said, we're just going to throw some pieces across just to hold the door, because once it's kind of loosely in place, it at least can stay there as a reference while working on the other side. So for tonight, I'm going to see how I can do this without trying to mess the whole thing up. So again, like I said, reference line, move it back, see if we can get the door a little bit better than it is. But I'd say I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, well, here you go. We got the door on there, and quite honestly, if I take a look at that gap there, all the way around from the back to the front, it's pretty good. It does get a little bit tight right there. We're going to have to address that kind of stuff, but it opens and closes pretty well. So I do need to obviously cut and fill in our little spacer right there, and we're going to get that from one of those things back there on the other cab, and then we can stick it in here. So for tonight, though, it's getting kind of late. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get where we were. There was a little rubber bump stop up front here on the door. Again, it's pretty tight up here. We can still, I think, we can take the front of the cab and push it forward maybe a little bit, and I think that'll open up this gap a little bit. The roof is obviously still moving and expanding and contracting, and I think that's holding us up a little bit as well. But I'd have to say for, you know, again, all of this is an experiment. I've never done any of this stuff, so I think it looks pretty good. I'm jammed in the corner here, so it'll be nice to maybe roll my little cart around so I can get a look at this side of the cab from over there, so we got a little bit more room. Maybe that'll be a tomorrow me kind of project, and then I'll weld in that little gap right there. And that'll be a wrap for this one. So for tonight, I'm calling it, clean up a little bit, get back after it tomorrow. Hopefully I can then get the video out for my usual kind of Friday afternoon thing. So anyways, that's it for tonight. Let me clean up. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night, I hope. All right, well, here it is Friday evening. So, you know, I guess life strikes. You know, I would love to get to a point where I can say that I actually, you know, it's a good stopping point for a video. I did a thing and, you know, it's an awesome conclusion and all that. But in reality, day job sucks up a lot of time. Last weekend had a volleyball tournament, got a basketball game tonight. I just don't have time to finish all this stuff. But I do have 30 minutes exactly right now. So what I would like to do is actually take these two bits here, which are cut off from one of the other donor cabs, and I want to fill in that little gap that's above the door frame. So if I'm making my rear crew cab doors approximately equal to the front doors, I want them to be 36 inches wide. So that means I got to get 18 inches out of each one of these things here. So I got to save 18 inches of that and 18 inches from each one of these door frames so that I can make the door itself fit onto the cab and look symmetrical and proportional. So that just gives me a little bit off of these to use. So what I'm going to do is measure them out, cut off a piece, and use that to graft into the cab above the door that's on there right now. And hopefully, I don't know, we'll see if I can get that done in a half an hour, because that is my time limit. When I'm done with that, I'm signing off this video and I'm just done for the week, and I'm gonna push it out for Friday evening. So wish me luck. I'm getting after it right now. See you at the end. All right, well, here we are. I think you saw what I did is I cut out a piece of that other B pillar that I had. It has a little bit of a, not even a little bit, a lot of a curve to it. And I had to smooth that out, so I made some relief cuts in it. I made two, and then I could pound it flat. And then I kind of put it in here. I just lightly tack welded it in there. There's a lot of massaging and stuff that has to be done to it. But hey, right as it stands, we got our first door that opens and closes pretty decent. Woohoo! There's a long way to go. This is a big project, but you know, this is a little bit of a win. You got to take what you can get. I don't have any more time today. Obviously, we got to put the drip rail back on there. We got to do a whole bunch more stuff. But for today's video, I think that's going to wrap it up. I need to obviously clean this up, fully weld that in, do the butt welding on all that stuff. But, you know, I guess every little step forward is a step forward. There's just so much more to do. So I'm hoping I get a little bit of time out here, a little bit more consistent at least, so that we can cut up the other doors, make the driver's side door, make the crew cab doors. There's just a lot to do. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you have suggestions on how to do this better, maybe it'll help me on the other side, maybe it'll help me with the crew cab doors. I know there's a couple other guys that are doing this kind of concept. There's a guy in the build-off, Aaron Post, who's doing a crew cab out of a 40s Chevy. So anyways, I got to sign off. I got to get out of here. I already spent a little bit more time than I should have. So signing off. Catch you guys next time.